You're now viewing the greatest of all time. No need for thank yous. The pleasure is all mine. That's my confidence. Yeah, that's right. No downplaying my accomplishments. You call me arrogant, I take it as a compliment. I got that confidence. Come on now.
Flight 527 ready for departure.
Hello, 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 beautiful people, and welcome to the Loose Lip Podcast. My name is Kelsey Ray, and I am the MUA whose brain you will be picking today. Before we start the episode, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed on YouTube and who has been following on Spotify. I really cannot thank you enough. From the bottom of my heart, it means so much to me that you appreciate my subjects I'm talking about and my babblings. I want to also thank you if you're watching the video today for being with me and my co-host, which is this wig. I'm wearing an amazing, really curly wig that mimics my natural hair. It's going to take some getting used to not messing with it. So if you're watching this and I'm touching my hair a lot, I apologize. We're tackling a hot topic today. So if you feel a certain way about your products, everybody can buy what they want and use what they want and believe what they want. I just want to bring in the facts about your products and the ingredients that go into them. We're going to be breaking down topics so that you can make an informed decision on the products you're buying. Ready your soapboxes, kids, because today we are talking and getting loose about makeup, molecules, and marketing. So let's start with clean beauty. That term is pretty much everywhere and it sounds cool, right? But what does that actually mean? There is nothing that scientifically defines clean beauty. It's purely a marketing term, like absolutely purely a marketing term. There is nothing scientifically proven to make something a clean beauty product. Defined as clean beauty, many brands claim to be clean because they exclude certain things like sulfates, parabens, synthetic fragrances, but it doesn't automatically mean that those products are going to be safer or even more effective. The thing that the consumer really should be asking themselves when they're looking into a brand that claims to be a clean beauty brand is, what are they using in place of these demonized ingredients that are making them a quote unquote clean brand? What are they using? How is it used? And why are they using it? When used within a beauty product, a skin product, a cosmetic product in general, there has to be regulations and they have to be within those guidelines. You can't just have 100% of something that's toxic and then sell it to the masses. It's not going to be something that's going to kill people. They want to make money off of you. When you're dealing with a paraben, for example, a lot of people don't understand what a paraben is. A paraben is a shelf stabilizing ingredient. You need it to make sure that your product isn't going to go bad. You need it to make sure your product isn't going to mold. Let's go to a clean beauty product that says it doesn't contain parabens. You still need something to keep that product shelf stable, correct? You also need something to help it from expiring after a week in a warm and humid environment, which is probably your bathroom. So what are they using instead? What are the ingredients that they need to have to make sure that product doesn't rot and you don't return it to the store saying that your product went bad and you want your money back? The myth to be busted here is whether or not clean beauty is non-toxic beauty. And that's misleading because anything in copious amounts can be toxic. If you drink too much water, you could die. If you have too much oxygen, you could get sick. It depends on the dose to make toxicity. The ingredients we were talking about in this section, parabens, sulfates, and synthetic ingredients, have been extensively studied to make sure that these products don't cause problems for people. For billion-dollar companies, people are more than likely not going to have problems with them. So when you're looking into your products and the idea of a clean beauty brand, please be sure to do your research and understand what exactly they are quoting that they are clean about and what they are including and not including when you're buying these products. Next, we're going to talk about greenwashing. Greenwashing is when brands appear eco-friendly without actually making a change and a meaningful impact. There's a lot of buzz that comes with greenwashing, words like eco-friendly, sustainable, all-natural, biodegradable packaging. It all sounds great, But unless the brand provides real transparency, third-party certifications, ingredient sourcing details, lifestyle impact studies, all these claims are just marketing. There's no real proof in it. So the myth that needs to be broken is that a product labeled as natural means it's good for the planet. The fact is that natural doesn't always mean safer, and it doesn't always mean it's sustainable. Natural ingredients require more resources and more area of the planet, and can be harder to produce and more negatively affect the environment than lab-created ingredients. One of the biggest ingredients in green beauty is bacool oil, derived from the Cerealia plant. It's found in natural and vegan skincare and is supposed to be a sustainable alternative to retinol. The sustainability concern with this ingredient is due to the endangered state of the plant. The bacool is extracted from the plant, but the plant is from the wild. It's not farmed. And because of the declining natural populace and habitat of this plant, it's literally being destroyed. The plant is not commercially cultivated, so has not yet gotten onto the international list of conservation, but it is almost to the point of the red zone and almost extinction because we are over farming this plant so much to get this ingredient. And that really is not sustainable. That doesn't make any sense when you're using it in a supposedly sustainable and eco-friendly product line, and the labeling and certification of quote unquote green and clean. Palm oil is another one. It is in pretty much everything when you look at the ingredient list, and palm oil is a huge leading factor in deforestation. There are tons of ingredients that are supposedly green, eco-friendly, sustainable that really are not. Lab-made ingredients are more sustainable because they require fewer resources for the planet and production. The great thing to do when you're looking into something, and everybody can use what they want. Again, this is just facts that I'm throwing at you here. If you want to find something sustainable and eco-friendly when you're using a beauty product, look for Leaping Bunny, which is cruelty-free. You're going to have these stamps on the product labels. Leaping Bunny is cruelty-free. Cosmos is an organic label, as well as Cradle to Cradle, which is sustainability. These are all USDA approved. They have to be USDA approved, stamped with those 3 different stamps to be under those certifications. Anything else is just marketing. When you're doing your research into eco and greenwashing brands, please be sure that you're not just taking somebody's word for it and not just taking a brand's word for it. You're actually getting something that is helping sustain the planet. Let's talk about toxic ingredients and the scare that's taken over social media. Every day, someone is telling you something different, correct? A different influencer, a different brand, somebody like me on a podcast telling you that you need to throw out your makeup bag and your skincare because everything is filled with poison and it's going to kill you. But how much of that is real science? And how much of that is fear-mongering? The myth to be busted here is, if I can't pronounce it, then it must be bad for me. The fact here is that many safe and effective ingredients have rather complicated names. The 3 main ones that I'm going to mention here are used in products by major brands and major corporations. They're not going to be toxic enough to cause people problems. The 3 main misunderstood ingredients that I'm going to mention right now are parabens, like I mentioned again. They're a preservative and are very falsely linked to cancer. If they ever have been linked to cancer, it is a very few and far between case matter. It's not a mass situation that we're talking about. These are individual case matters. Studies show that they're safe in the amounts that are used in cosmetics. You can use parabens, half the time use parabens, because they're going to keep your products longer and they're going to keep them shelf stable. Silicones. Silicones are demonized for being suffocating to the skin. They actually are non-comedogenic when you're using them within cosmetics. They're not going to clog your pores. We're talking about beauty-grade silicones. These are used for smoothing things like skin and hair. When you use those, they actually are used as a protectant. Fragrance-free is better, No, it's not. Sometimes fragrance-free alternatives can contain things masking other ingredients, actually worse for you. The natural alternatives can be sensitizing to the skin and make it worse. They use ingredients to mask natural ingredients causing fragrances. So these can be toxic to you instead of not toxic at all. I'm going to throw out 2 names of ingredients that sound scary and toxic, and I'm going to have you guess what they actually are. Alpha tocopherol. Alpha tocopherol. Do 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 do. All right, you got that one? The next one, hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. I'm not going to do the Jeopardy music for that one. The first one, alpha tocopherol, is vitamin E. The next one, hyaluronic acid, that ingredient makes up 50% of your skin. Everyone, all around the world, every single human being on this planet, up to 50% of your skin is made of hyaluronic acid. I remember this story, and I probably either heard it from a friend or I could have seen it. I don't remember. It's been a hot minute. But it was right after COVID, and everybody was in this frenzy, of course, about what they put on their skin, what they used in their hair, what they ate. Everything had to be broken down because nobody wanted to put crazy foreign objects in their body. Again, I'm not judging anyone. But the thing that made me laugh about this story was that there was a doctor that went on social media, and I believe it was TikTok, and he broke down a chemical composition of this thing. He didn't say what it was, but it was rather lengthy. And he asked the general public, would you be willing to have your child put this in their body? And the people revolted. They freaked the fuck out, and they were saying, never would I have my child ingest something like that. I would never have them put something near that on their body. There were thousands of comments, tens of thousands of comments about how this was a ridiculous idea coming from a doctor. How could they want to do that to a child? Come to find out, it was the chemical composition of a banana. They didn't do enough research to really look into what exactly they were bitching about. That right there was proof in the pudding that you really need to do your research when you're looking into what actually is toxic and what is not toxic. Please look into things before you start demonizing things as toxic. Not everything is toxic. Really look into what you're doing and what you're talking about before you start demonizing things that are just regular things that you use in daily life. Let's get into vegan beauty and cruelty-free. When people think of vegan beauty, they almost automatically go to cruelty-free, and they are 2 totally separate entities within the beauty industry. Vegan does not always mean cruelty-free. Vegan only means that the products do not contain any animal-derived ingredients. That doesn't guarantee they weren't tested on animals in the process of making them. One of the major issues with vegan brands, especially when selling in other countries, is that some countries still require by law that they test on animals when doing import. Though the brand is labeled vegan in the United States, if they sell to countries that still have law-enforced animal testing, they cannot be vegan and cruelty-free in the end. When people are looking for these products, wanting vegan and cruelty-free products, they're looking for something that is more environmentally friendly and eco-friendly. We have things like carmine, which are crushed insects. We have glycerin and keratin, which are usually derived from animal byproducts like bone, tissue, and skin. We have shellac, which is crushed insects used for nail products. When taking those out of the products, you have to replace them with something else, so the alternative tends to be plants. Usually when people are shopping for vegan and cruelty-free products, they are also looking for environmentally friendly and eco-friendly. This leads to things like deforestation and overfarming, causing issues for the ecosystem. So you're replacing one issue with another. If being cruelty-free and vegan is important to you, the best way to check for a product is by looking for the Leaping Bunny or PETA certification stamp on the product package stamp ensures that the product was never tested on animals and does not have animal-derived ingredients. Next, read the fine print. Make sure that your ingredients are animal-free and not from a third party that might still have animal-derived or unethically sourced ingredients. So in the end, if being vegan and cruelty-free is important to you and having products that are vegan and or cruelty-free are important to you, please understand that there are two separate things within the beauty industry, and doing your research and making sure that you check for both of those qualifications on the labeling, the packaging, and everything to do with the brand itself to make sure that you are standing up to your ethics that you're trying to keep within your beauty products as well. So you want to know what you can do as a consumer. Number one, be skeptical about marketing claims. Don't just believe what's on the advertisements. Make sure you read your labels. Make sure you follow actual doctors and skincare-based influencers if that's how you take in your information. Make sure that you read the ingredient list. Make sure you do research on the brands before you buy the products. You really have to put in the footwork when you're going into such a variety of issues when it comes to beauty products. Number two, research certifications like the Eco Certification Trade and the EU Cosmos certifications. Make sure that you're actually looking and getting those labelings on your products before you're purchasing the products. Yay! At the end of the day, knowledge is power, and understanding where your ethics in beauty products, skincare, hair care, makeup, whatever it is, come from. If you're following a trend, that's fine, but understand why you're following it, how it's backed up, what the research is behind it. Let's make sure that you're making the right decisions for yourself and they're grounded decisions. Make decisions based upon your ethical thoughts as opposed to just the masses. Was there anything that we covered today that anybody was like blown away about? Was there anything that you still kind of follow and you need to do some more research on and this kind of prompted you to think about? I want to keep the conversation going. So please comment below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Patreon so you can follow the community over there. Don't forget to like and follow on Spotify and YouTube. It helps boost the algorithm, and that can also help spread the word with these videos for people to get a little bit more education in their beauty routine. I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to thank you for being with me today and with my beautiful co-host Wig, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Oh, I need to have that turned on. Couldn't hear me, could you? Okay, I'm going to need everybody to go look up Bette Midler in the 70s. If you're watching this right now, I'm going to show my phone and show a picture of her. But if you're just listening, please go Google Bette Midler in the 70s because I am literally rocking Bette Midler in the 70s. I am like the 70s epitome of Jewish fro, and I'm kind of digging it right now. I love it. I love it. And then I don't want it because then it's like giving me PTSD of having curly hair. So I'm like, nah, rip it off. God, I love it though. I really do. I know a lot of people are going to be mad if I say this, but like, is it really bad that I don't really care where my products come from? I feel like we do enough to our bodies to where like we eat shitty and we're out in the environment that's killing us and we're around everything that's killing us. Like, I can't worry about it enough anymore. I would rather enjoy the effects of what they do than spend my life worrying about what the products are doing to the world, since the world's already on fire. Is that bad? It's probably bad, huh? Fuck it. I don't care.